Today we're gonna talking about the two topics. The first one is what time all people around the world eat lunch, and second is what time all people around the world eat dinner. But right now we're going to start with the first topic. It's about what time all people around the world eat lunch. So we're gonna start to the first country. Spain. In Spain, things are a little different because in Spain, lunch starts around 2 to 3 p.m. because people love eating late and properly they stay up late too. And when they eat lunch, they take their time, enjoy every moment, and after that come the siesta, which literally means nap. The word comes from Latin. It means sit over or sleep over after waking up in the morning. It began in southern Spain and is still common in many towns. For Spaniards, it's more than just rest. It's good for the mind, help you recharge, and even boost your creativity.
Next country. In Portugal, lunch is between 12 and 3 p.m. It seems normal, but no. Most restaurants close until 7:30, so finding food afterward is difficult.
Let's take a look at Brazil. In Brazil, lunchtime is usually between 12 and 2 p.m. It's considered an important part of the day when people take a real break from work and study. One of the most beloved snacks is pão de queijo. These are soft, chewy cheese bread balls are so delicious, especially with a cold drink. Eating together is a big part of Brazilian culture, so lunchtime in Brazil often has a warm with social atmosphere.
Next country. Australia. Aussie usually have lunch between 12 and 2 p.m. And of course, they are famous for loving Vegemite. Ever try on Australian style crumpet? That is definitely one for your foodie bucket list.
In China, lunch usually happens around 12 to 2 p.m. But don't expect a long break. People eat super fast so they can run back to work. And the food, things like noodle, vegan and meat. It's about getting full and getting back on track. Let's move to the next country. In France, dinner usually happens a bit later, between 7 and 9 p.m. But in the big city like Paris, eating at 9:30 or even 10 at night is totally normal. Lunch is often bigger and more relaxed than to the cafe culture. Restaurants are business from 6 to 9 p.m. But in big city in the night can stretch much later.
Next country. Dinner in Italy usually starts between 8 and 10 p.m. It's luxury meal, and the dishes have a unique names such as antipasti, which are appetizer, and dolce, the desserts that finish the meals.
United Kingdom or UK. In the UK, people usually have dinner earlier than other European countries, from around 6:30 to 8 p.m. And what is interesting? That is the cultural mix between the terms dinner and tea. In some regions and social groups, the main evening meals is called tea, while others call it dinner. This cultural mix is one reason why evening meals in the UK tend to happen a bit earlier than other European countries.
Next country. Norway. Did you know dinner there happens super early? Most Norwegians eat between 4 and 5 p.m. for dinner. They call it middag. And it is a proper meal, usually something hearty like stews. So, if you wait until 7 p.m. for dinner, you might be too late.
Dinner in Japan can be anywhere from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. But in big cities like Tokyo, people who finish work late can still late night dining. Family tour, they usually eat much earlier.
Literally, adjective is mean something that is not hurry, slow and relaxed หมายถึงที่ไม่เร่งรีบหรือที่ไม่รีบร้อนค่ะ Nap noun is mean a short sleep especially during the day หมายถึงการงีบสั้นๆหรือการหลับสั้นๆโดยเฉพาะในตอนกลางวันค่ะ
Gathering noun is mean meeting party การรวมตัวหรือการพบปะ Trend noun direction popularity กระแสนิยมและแนวโน้มค่ะ
Cuisine noun, the style of cooking, especially typical food of a country. Course noun, one part of a meal, such as starter, main course, or dessert.
Next was metropolitan, relating to large city or urban area. And final words, indigenous. Indigenous refers to originating or native to a particular place.
Which might now a salty spread from Australian, usually eaten on toast. Middag now, Norwegian word for dinner. Alright, so what we learned from this topic is that meal times are very different around the world. Some people eat early, some people eat very late, and it all depends on their culture and daily routine. This is super useful for us, especially if we work in tourism and airlines. Understanding this help us communicate better with travelers. So next time, if you meet someone from another country, you will have a better idea of their eating schedule.